get started on sump design number 4. It's going to be a 4-chamber sump filtration system, but this way I think it might work a little bit better than sump design number 3. What I've done differently is I installed my live rock chamber inside my skimmer chamber. So let's do this. Let's just draw the 3 simple chambers right now: skimmer, refugium, and pump. Let's get started on those. So this is going to be my skimmer chamber right here. Okay, that's my skimmer. Don't mind the messy drawing. Beside the skimmer, we're going to install another piece of glass from the top and leave it an inch from the bottom. And we're going to install live rock in here. Okay, we're going to install live rock in there. So our drain from our tank is going to come here, drain the water here in our live rock chamber. It's going to exit right here at the bottom and then enter our skimmer. Our skimmer is going to do what it has to do and then exit our skimmer via the side. Once it's done with our skimmer, the water is going to come up over this glass, underneath this glass, into our next chamber, which is going to be our refugium chamber. Our refugium chamber is going to look similar to this. And here is our pump. Pump shooting water back to the main display tank. Here is our refugium with a little sand bed at the bottom and macroalgae. So to continue the water level, the way the water level is going to be traveling, once it enters our refugium, it's going to go up this piece of glass, underneath this one, and then into our pump, and then back to our top tank, and then back drain down. So again, let's have a closer look at this final number 4 sump design, with is basically a 4-chamber sump. First chamber, drain into the live rock. It's going to get filtered through all this live rock, filter, run through it, and it's going to escape through that live rock section via the bottom by leaving a 1-inch gap approximately. Once it clears that gap, it's going to enter the skimmer. Skimmer is going to do its thing. Once it exits the skimmer, it's going to go up this piece of glass, under this piece of glass, and over this piece of glass into our refugium. It's going to mix around a little bit in our refugium here, more so go straight across versus going down. But again, it will enter our refugium as well, a nice slow pace refugium, so nothing too violent of water flow, so it doesn't escape to go in our return pump. So once it's done with our skimmer, it's going to go underneath this piece of glass, up and over, and then into our return pump. And again, we have the bubble trap with the 3 pieces of glass right here to prevent any bubbles entering our return pump, then going back into our main display tank. A few things I wanted to show you here as well. Probably use another color here, use red. This red is going to be my filter floss. So basically I'm going to rip off a piece of filter floss about maybe 10-12 inches, 8 inches, give or take. I'm going to grab a plastic clip and I'm going to install that filter floss with that plastic clip on one of the glass edges. And I'll show you which glass edge may work best. So we have an option here to install our filter floss over this piece of glass. We have an option here to install it over this piece of glass, or we have an option here to install it over this piece of glass. And literally, you just get a piece of filter floss, 12 inches by 12 inches, you flap it over the piece of glass, and you connect it with a plastic clip so it attaches onto the piece of glass. And what this is going to do is, the filter floss is just going to stay there, and the water is going to be traveling through it, so it will also collect any particles, any finer particles, any bigger particles within that filter floss as well. This is number 4 design. So far I'm really liking this design because it can still house my skimmer, I still get my refugium, I still get my return pump, and as well I get my live rock chamber there as well. I could easily install the live rock chamber just around the skimmer. I can just place pieces of live rock around the skimmer. I could also place live rock inside my refugium. But from what I believe, it's not the exact same effect. Forcing the water through the live rock versus the water just flowing around the live rock is a big difference. This method is forcing the water through that live rock. It's going to clean it already on its own. From there, enter the skimmer. From there, get cleaned up on my filter floss, maybe another piece of filter floss, then my refugium, then maybe another piece of filter floss, and then my return pump. We also have room in here to install carbon. For an example, in a high flow area, the high flow area might be beside our return pump where it exits. The water exits our skimmer, there's going to be water flowing there, right? So maybe we can install a piece, some carbon sock or whatnot right there as well. So I'm really liking this sump design right here, number 4, but I want to know what you guys think out of the 3 or 4 designs here that we've created and we draw out for you today. Number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Thanks very much guys for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any tips or tricks, these are just the designs that I came up with to see what you guys think. Just write it down, show all the different designs, write them down, draw it down, understand it, and then from there you can get a better judgment on and see what's going to work best for you. Thanks very much for watching guys. Leopazzo TV, that's what it is. We're still working here. It's nighttime hours, the tank lights are off, and we have quite a bit of work set out for us. I do have some surprises for you guys along the way, and I do also have some great news for you guys as well. I'll be releasing that information in the new upcoming videos. So stay tuned, subscribe right now if you guys haven't subscribed, and for all of you guys that have subscribed, thank you very much. You know I appreciate it.